All right, this one hit me personally. Somebody just said that my wheel strategy returns for the past 4 months are crap. Let's talk about it. Yo, what's going on, Premium Chasers? I hope you're having a God-blessed day. To every single person down below, drop a comment. You're going to get completely for free my ebook for the Deadly Option Seller Mistakes. Must read if for new and veteran option sellers. Just drop a comment. I'll personally send you that ebook, and hit that like button and that subscribe button. But guys, today, your boy's fired up. Your boy upset. Your boy hitting juice buttons. Guess what? Yesterday, I launched a video here on the channel, and somebody where I shared my results for the last 4 months running the wheel strategy, and you guys could see what those results were by either watching the video, or you could see right here for the past just under 4 months, I had a 12.62% return on my original $5,000 that I put into this small account. And guess what? There's always that one person that said crap returns. Okay, now, listen, they may be 100% crap for you, and that's why I want to shoot this video to tell you guys what the wheel strategy is and what the wheel strategy isn't. Okay, and that's an extremely important thing to understand, especially if you're trying to set yourself up for compounding, okay? And you can see for me, I responded. For you, maybe. For me, it's scalable. Everything I do has to be scalable, time scalable, resource scalable, right? And for me, as somebody that has no desire to stare at charts all day, this fits absolutely perfectly. You'll be able to see here on my trade log that I only traded about 15 times it's in the last 4 months on this small portfolio. And in my opinion, had really scalable results. And we're going to talk about that here in a moment as well. Right. And then I love y'all coming to my defense. You know, bro is mad at this rate. He can make roughly 40 to 50% a year with this strategy. Let's see you do better. Not financial results. Results vary. I'm probably going to lose all my money. All right. But listen, guys, go speak to your own financial advisors. But let's talk about this, because this is where I feel I am different than every single person that we hear on YouTube. But guys, I had no idea that there was this whole world of YouTube where there's entire channels dedicated to like talking about one stock too, like SoFi, for example. I love SoFi, but now I'm actually scared that SoFi, even though I do believe it's way overvalued right now, even though I'm very bullish on it, short term, I think there's going to be pain. I didn't even realize that there's this degeneracy that's happening with leverage, triple leveraged ETFs. So, people doing insane leaps plays and buying call. It's insane what this world has become of investing. It's not investing, right? And I am an investor. I am not a trader. And that's the first thing we need to understand. For me, not financial results vary. The number one thing as an investor, what's important to me, guys? Well, I want to beat the market. Otherwise, why am I doing this? What's the point, fam? I might as well just go toss it into QQQ, SPY, or whatever. For me, this is an income play, and I want to be able to do my best in beating the market. And right now, I believe I am on pace to do so, especially with the bumps and bruises that we've had along the way, especially if we factor in April, a lot of assignments, and et cetera, et cetera. But what I'm seeing a lot of people that want to come into the wheel strategy, they look at this as a get-rich-quick thing, when in actuality, no, this is more like get-rich long-term thing, right? Because we allow the magic of compounding to take place, right? For example, here, I've only been doing this for about 3 months, but now I have, I had started at 5,000, now I'm at 5,600, right? Now, and that's going to continue to compound, right? I am getting more collateral now that I can use to move faster, to compound faster. And how are we compounding? Well, we're doing that in 5 ways, okay? We're doing that obviously with our cash secured put premiums. You can see most of my cash secured puts, 54%, have expired early, right? Or I closed them out early, meaning I gave a little bit of the premium back and was able to get that money back to make additional trades and plays. Some of them were called away, right? Where that means where I sold my shares. So I sold my shares of SoFi, I sold my shares of Snapchat, and I collected an additional appreciation sale for that. Again, adding fuel to the fire, and continues to compound. Now, buy and hold, I do believe in buy and hold, okay? I'm a big believer. Every Monday I buy my Vanguard stuff. I'm not selling options on it, and a few individual stocks that I buy a little bit of, right? But for selling options, we need to, I believe, treat this like a business. Get in, get out, sell our shares, collect our premium, close out early, whatever we have to do to continue, getting a phone call, to continue that compounding, because that's the magic of this strategy. Now, for example, I know somebody said there, you 40 to 50% here. I would never promise that. I would never even say that I can accomplish something like that. Are we on track? Yes, we are on track right now, but we don't know what can happen to the market. We don't know. We just don't know. But with that said, right, you have to be careful when you're looking at these plays that are paying you guys 12, 13% in a single month, right? This is, again, like I always like to use MSTR as our example here, but guys, this is the degeneracy that people are doing, right? They're selling puts or selling, calls, I guess, on MSTR. Like, for example, if I go out November 21st on MSTR, look at this stuff, guys. This is insanity. $1,800, almost $1,900 of premium for locking up 29,000. That is insane. Let's see what our actual full return here is, right? So if we do 1875 here, right here, 1875, we're locking up. What are we locking up? $29,000 on that. Let me put my collateral, $29,000, right? You're getting a 6.47% return on your collateral, right? That's the premium divided by the collateral of $29,000. That's insane. That's so high risk. I can't stress to you enough how high risk that is. Listen, I mentioned it in previous videos. The hardest thing about this strategy is staying disciplined. Cannot stress it enough. The second you deviate, the second you get the premium blinders on and you like literally jump into a play like this, and let's say you did get assigned MSTR, and let's say MSTR, like something terrible happens. There's obviously, it's a very high risk play. Maybe I'm missing out, maybe I'm not. I don't care, right? For me, I don't literally care. All I'm looking at is numbers and getting in and get out, right? But if you were assigned this, and let's say MSTR did actually crash and never recovered, understand that your $29,000 is good as gone, right? And you are essentially not even able to do covered calls on that. You're ending up selling your shares maybe for like pennies on the dollar, right? You're left with like $5,000, and you know how long it would take you to recover those losses? Drastically. So how do I fix that? Well, I don't focus on the 10% gainers a month. That's insane. Like, listen, guys, to beat the market, it's already extremely difficult. Like, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let anybody. I see so many people who talk about, buying options, selling options on YouTube, and I think they're leading people that are desperate for money into situations that are going to hurt them long term. The reason I started this channel is to show you guys that you don't have to fall for that stuff, right? I've fallen for so many. Listen, I was like doing like cannabis industry stuff when that first came out because my buddies were telling me, oh, this is going to be the next big thing. You know how much money I lost in that crap, right? I literally, it's my haunting when I look at my brokerage account and I'm like, that's, hundreds upon hundreds of shares of shit I'll never, ever be able to do covered calls on ever again. I know I'm beating a dead horse, but I don't want to say the same thing happened to you because it literally, even when I see some of these plays on like a cheap leverage DTF or a cheap stock and I'm like, dude, I can get like 6-7% a month. Let's do it. It was, and sometimes it works. A lot of times it works. But the one time it doesn't is going to just absolutely wreck you. And you know what happens when people get wrecked with the wheel strategy is they quit and they never come back to running the wheel strategy again. They say it's a scam. They say it doesn't work. And it's not that they didn't work. It's because they didn't have a plan. I can't stress enough. It didn't work because you didn't have a plan, right? So for me, I'm sticking to boring stuff. Occasionally, yeah, I'm doing some a little bit more risky, high play stuff here. Like my last 2 plays with Kenview and Snapchat. Yes, maybe not so Snapchat as much as Kenview, but still, in my opinion, stocks that I don't mind holding long term. And also, I forgot to mention, if you want my trade log plus all these calculators that I'm showing, click the second link in the description of today's video. Plus, you'll get the full Ark Options training along with it. But with that said, right, look, I would love, I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not. I'm learning every single day. And that's why I love starting this channel. I love this community that we're building here. I genuinely do, because I get to be exposed to other people. If you're not in an environment where you're exposed to other people's like trades and ideas that they're posting, literally you are missing out. Your game is going to get so much better. My game is getting better every single day because I'm not only looking at my positions, I see other people sharing their positions and what they're doing as well. And it's a super collaborative environment, right? And you got to put yourself in situations like that. But with that said, right, long term, if I continue to just stick to my guns, right? I stick to some boring stocks here and there mixed in, boring dividend payers like Ford, and then mix in some, more like not quote unquote high risk, but a little bit higher risk, like, Kenviews and Snapchats, right? I believe I will, me personally, I do believe I will be able to continue to hit my ROI and collateral goals. Now, with that said though, guys, I definitely have been more aggressive than I should be. I'm not going to lie to you because it's a small account. With a small account, we typically are a lot more aggressive. I'm not going to lie to you. For me, if this was a, $100,000 account for me, I would be spreading my risk drastically more. I'd be running like a weekly SPY wheel with a good chunk of that money, and then using the rest of that, like let's say, $40,000 to $30,000 on various other smaller stocks as well, because I'm trying to eliminate the biggest risk, being assigned and not being able to do covered calls. So if I get assigned SPY on a weekly basis, I don't really care. SPY is going to hopefully recover. Obviously, past performance is not indicative of future results, but I'm going to attempt and do my best to obviously stick with like a SPY or something like that as a bulk of my portfolio, and then mix and match some other stocks that are going to pay obviously a lot more premium. Now, with a small portfolio, again, we're going to do some more degenerate things, right? And I do believe that's why we were obviously been able to see a great, a great return here. And you can go see my broker statements at onlypeterpru.com as well as optionsellerschool.com. Guys, I pride myself on being one of the only people that will do that for you here on YouTube, because no one else do. There's one other individual, and he's a day trader. Actually, somebody I really look up to in this space as well, from coming into it just for these last 6 months that I've been here on YouTube. But I try to be as transparent. My wins, my losses, like I don't care. Like I genuinely don't care, because guess what? I'm growing every single day, just like you should be. Like I have no problem sharing the fact that when I originally did this trade, my second day, guys, I locked up $3,000 of collateral accidentally and was paid netted $1.69 and had $3,000 locked up for almost an entire month with my Campbell's soup put. Listen, that's a stupid move. I made a stupid fat finger mistake. But guess what? I get to show it to you. If I blow this account to zero, okay, I show it to you. Guess what? Even if I did, I would say if I blow this account and I show you every single detail, you will actually learn more. You would actually learn more if by me blowing this account and not showing that, hey, things have been going well for us, because that's where we learn. We learn from other people's mistakes. We learn from our own mistakes, and that's how we don't do them, right? We're literally ingrained with that with kids. This comment got me fired up today, guys. I'm telling you, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? You run in the wheel strategy, what kind of results are you getting? I would love to hear what kind of results you aim for. For me, I definitely am being a little bit more aggressive. I'm not going to lie. Definitely a little bit more aggressive on this smaller portfolio. But I would love to hear what kind of results you're looking for. What's your target? What's your ROI on collateral goals that you have for yourself? I would love to hear it. And also make sure to drop that comment down below. I'll send you over our Option Seller Mistakes ebook. And if you want my trade log, you want all the free calculators, plus a 2-hour training on the Ark Options Strategy, which takes the wheel strategy to the next level, click that second link in the description of today's video. And guys, remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.